Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. We're at Sardi's for the 67th Annual Outer Critics Circle Awards, where we caught up with many of this year's winners and presenters. Enjoy.
Gosh, Outer Critics Circle, my favorite award. I love that they don't keep you in suspense. They actually like give you a moment to prepare, and it's like celebratory for the whole Broadway community.
What an incredible journey you have been on with this show, what it all means to you.
It's been amazing, from La Jolla to Seattle to DC, Toronto, and finally home to New York.
It's been a whirlwind for you too, hasn't it?
Yes, it absolutely has, yes.
Yeah,
and we are just so honored to be here today amidst our peers that are just stellar. Like, we're starstruck, really.
It's amazing. This is our little show that we wrote 6 years ago, and now it's being celebrated at Sardi's. It's insane.
Did you ever think the journey you're on with this show, how it's turned out?
No, we've had such a great time with it. The journey has been amazing all over the country and in Canada. Now to be here and be embraced like this is amazing.
It's pretty spectacular. Yeah.
And you've got most of your company right next to you. They're right there.
We're one big family.
Today means the world to me. It's extraordinary. You know, I had the good fortune to be nominated years ago for Urban Cowboy, which was my Broadway debut.
At the Broadhurst?
That's exactly right. So, you know, 15 years later to be nominated and then to win is just a dream come true. You know, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. The people of Newfoundland have shown us that kindness is accessible at all times, not just in the wake of tragedy. And I believe kindness is a practice, and we are starting a movement over at the Schoenfeld. Thank you for joining us. It is a great honor to be here with you today. Thank you so much.
You know, I really have to thank Cynthia Nixon, who for being kind enough and good enough to help me out every night and to inspire me every night. And oh God, it's really a joy and a privilege, and I will remember this for the rest of my life.
I'm just beside myself to be here, and you know, very honored, and you know, I sort of have no idea what happens now.
You sit for lunch. You've already won,
which is fantastic to know, and what an honor. Certainly nothing I expected.
I guess, you know, the thing that I really love the most is having Katie Finneran's husband hit me every night.
Right? Every night.
Because once we close, you know, he'll just go back to hitting Katie, and
where's Cynthia? I gotta hit her.
Be nearly as much fun.
Well, you know, this is my first win of an award in New York ever, so I'm humbled, I'm thrilled, I'm really excited to be here.
Working on Great Comet, what it's meant to you?
Oh, I mean, it's been sustaining me for the past 5 years. It's one of the best projects I've ever worked on. Such a thrill with such a great group of collaborators, and I hope it has a life continuing.
What a beautiful job you have done on that beautiful show, Anastasia, across the street. What was the best part of the experience of working on that show for you?
I mean, I got to go to work every day with Terrence McNally and Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty. I mean, it's been incredible. It's like a theater nerd's dream come true.
I'm just so thrilled and grateful, you know, like for the show has always been about bringing people together, and so I feel like, you know, my collaborators, our whole group of nominees, you know, I'm just so psyched.
What's so wonderful about War Paint is that it taps into so many different time periods, and to be able to put them all in one show. The characters were so glamorous, and the performers so delightful. The wonderful Patti LuPone and Christine Ebersole are such a treat to work with. So it's an amazing project.
Groundhog Day is about the existential question of what would you do if you had to relive the same day over and over and over again. And like many of us actors in here in the theater, we have to do the show over and over and over again. But that's what's interesting about that is that I find, like in the play and like in life and like in work, that there's these subtle differences every performance. There's something that you can question, or something new you find, or something interesting you heard or watch. Thank you to the Outer Critics for this tremendous honor. I will have it in my heart and on my resume forever.
What's extraordinary for me, in addition to receiving this award, is that the nominees that were with me nominated in this category are also my fellow nominees for the Tony, Lucas Nathan, Paula Vogel, and Lynn Nottage. They are my friends, they are my colleagues, they are remarkable playwrights. And it is a privilege to write with them. And I must tell you, tonight, on our own, the four of us are going out to dinner, because how fucking cool is this?
What was it like for you watching the way this show affected an audience?
It was very interesting. It was a learning experience. It taught me that sometimes when there's, you don't have to have jazz hands and loud drums. Sometimes a silence says as much as something much louder. And I just learned something about the rhythm of a quieter moment. You know.
How exciting is this?
Amazingly exciting. I mean, it's this play is very close to my heart, and I'm so thrilled that it's gotten recognized. And it's nice to come to an event where you've already won. It's like it's a really nice feeling. It's like it's a big load off.
Yeah. Just have lunch and accept your award.
I know, right? Yeah. So they should all be like this.
It's more than just a job. It was very personal because I promised August that I would do everything in my power. And through the grace of God and all the powers that be, it came to fruition and we got to Broadway. And then to be received like this is just the icing on the cake. My goal was just to get it there and accomplish the 10 out of 10. Wrote 10, 10 went to Broadway. Until Jitney was only 9, now it's 10. That was my goal, and this is just gravy. This is just gorgeous.
Congratulations on this, the John Gassner Award. Tell me what this means to you.
It means everything. It's just such a wonderful vote of confidence and encouragement, and such a great source of inspiration to keep going. And it just feels like a big, yes.
I feel like it's this cri de coeur for love, love against fear, against hatred, and I think that at the moment in our culture, people are longing to share that as a community, and it's a piece full of tremendous joy and hope, and really a call to create art in dangerous times.
I just am so lucky to go to that theater across the street and do this glorious piece, and I have no idea what I'm still doing, and I'm still afraid and insecure, but I do want to leave you with, I don't read reviews because the last one I read was for Thoroughly Modern Millie, my first show in New York, and it said, Gavin Creel is generic and has the stage presence of a wet feather boa. This is so much better than that. Thank you so much.
I didn't know the show before it started. I gotta be honest. I think I saw it at a dinner theater in Naples, Florida, which I'm sure they did a wonderful job. I don't remember, I was like 10, but...
Do you remember what you ate?
Roast beef, I'm not even kidding. I was too excited about the roast beef. I'm probably gonna say something about that today. I remember sitting there eating roast beef and going, wow, theater and food at the same time, so that's what today will be like, I guess.
This score is this is a famous piece. The idea that anybody would dare do something new on it is almost frightening. But you just roll up your sleeves and you do what the producer, director, what you think they want of you, and when they're happy, then you're happy.
You did your beautiful choreography with a beautiful homage to Gower Champion. I mean, I sat there and I literally felt that I had melted back to 1964 sitting there watching the production.
I think all of us who work in theatre, we're all fans. We're all fans. We're all fans. We all appreciate and love what came before, and I had an opportunity with Hello Dolly to honor one of the greatest director choreographers who ever lived.
Bette's the real deal. I know she jokes and she's wonderful and she's funny, but she's actually deadly serious about this. This is a deadly serious endeavor for her and for all of us, and it's life and death. And Bette called me and said, I want to know every step. I want to know every step before the first day of rehearsal. And I was sitting home thinking, oh no, I haven't done it yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to do it because I'm not ready until the first day. But with Bette, we really built the show from her outwards. And she was my entree into the show. She was my way into the show. And I have not yet met a person who works harder than Bette Midler.
This is the hardest job I've ever had in my whole life. Not this accepting the award, but this work. You people on Broadway, you people are nuts. I've never encountered people who work so hard and are cheerful about it. I mean, I am whining all the way to the bank, and I'm just furious. I never had to work this hard. It hurts. I have acid reflux. Oh my God, the clothes are so tight. Thank you, Santo. Never mind. Well, even before I learned of this award, I have to tell you that I actually, the truth is, I'm having a ball. It's really hard work, like I said, but I'm enjoying myself playing Dolly Gallagher Levi in Hello Dolly, because I have been working with people who are so skilled, so talented. I want to give a shout out to Jerry Zaks, our director, our choreographer Warren Carlisle, who is absolutely brilliant. There's Jerry Zaks, my favorite. He loves everything I do. He thinks everything I do is genius. Keep it in, keep it in. It's a very florid performance. Thanks to all of them, and thank you all. Outer Critics Circle.